Too often, we find ourselves voting, but knowing little about the names or the issues that are on the ballot. But is this the way that it should be, or just the way that it's always been? Well, that's where we come in, community media. We reached out to the candidates of the May 24th election and asked them to spend a few minutes introducing themselves to the people of our communities. Here are the names, the faces, the voices, and the ideas of those who did. I'm Gabriel Andrews. This is Community Media, and I am here with
Jessica Hicks, candidate for the Meriwether County School Board, District 1.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes. So I know you. I've known you for a little while now.
Yay.
But everybody might not know you. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, so I'm, of course, Jessica A. Hicks. I am a daughter of the Alvaton community, Alvaton and Gay. So I'm very much Meriwether County. I'm a community advocate, a community organizer in my community, in the greater Meriwether County community. I am the daughter of Tammy and James Hicks. Tammy Hicks is a retired educator. And so I definitely have a lot of education in my background. I originally went to Howard University in Washington, D.C., got my bachelor's there in 2012. I graduated from there. And then after that, I worked in D.C. for a couple years with youth who were experiencing homelessness. And after that, I felt like God was calling me to come back home. I went to Georgia State University for my master's in social work. And so I am a social worker, LMSW, and I'm a clinical therapist. So a lot of these things going on.
Full background.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what has it been like for you living in Meriwether County?
I think it's been a great experience. However, Meriwether County does have things that, of course, we all need to work on that as a community. So I love the fact that Meriwether County is very community oriented. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to know your family members down the road. Everybody loves you. No matter black, white, Latino, doesn't matter. Everybody knows everybody. And I love that about Meriwether County. When it comes to a lot of the things that are dealing with our systems, as far as our infrastructure and our schools, I think that's something that we also definitely have to work on. And so it was kind of like a thing of like, I love Meriwether. I love what Meriwether brings to the state as far as the rural communities, as far as the community oriented piece. However, I think there are a lot of things that Meriwether County has to work on. So it was like a dichotomy. Like, I love where I'm from, but at the same time, I would love to bring more to where I'm from too. So yeah.
Yeah. So you've been in the county, you've been in the community, you've got an understanding of a feeling for where the county is.
Yeah.
And it feels like you've got some passion involved there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I love Meriwether County. Yeah. I seriously do. When I moved back, that was one thing I was kind of wrestling with. I was like, okay, do I want to live in Atlanta or do I want to just, and I was like, no, Meriwether County. And that's one of the things, like Meriwether County has a way of like, even if you try to run from it, you're always going to run back to it because it just calls you back. I think a lot of my people that I do community work with, they'll tell you the same thing. It's just this love for the county that we have that keeps bringing us back. Even if you're young, old, elderly, doesn't matter. Meriwether County is always going to bring you back.
So what inspired you to run for public office?
Yeah, I've always had a passion for my community. I think it was confirmed a couple years ago, probably ever since I was a kid, but really a couple of years ago when I started really kind of honing in and doing community work, especially around the different elections and stuff. There were just people seeing things in me that I think at the time I didn't really see, but they were really pushing me. I have some people behind me who really pushed me into this work. And so, yeah, they really kind of like, hey, Jessica, I think you should do this. And I started to consider it. I was like, okay, I do have a background in my bachelor's in political science. Why not? And so, why not do it? And if the people of the community see something in me, it's like, okay, I should take note to that and really try to advocate for my people. Yeah.
And what do you think it is that you bring to the office?
Sense of community, of course. I'm always about my community, no matter. My community is always in the background of my mind, no matter where I go. I can go to DC, I can go to Atlanta, I could be anywhere I can be. My community is always in the background of my mind. I bring an optimistic spirit, who loves people and who loves to build bridges with people, no matter if they're elderly, younger, no matter, black, white, Latino, doesn't matter. I love to build bridges with those people, and I think I have a personable personality that can bring that. Also, a sense of advocacy and to get the job done, and to get the work done and to advocate for my people, advocate for them wholeheartedly. So, yeah.
What is roles and responsibilities? What does that job look like to you?
For the school board of Meriwether County, so basically what the school board does is we approve budgets, and we approve or deny budgets. Also, we can have the authority to say, hey, you might want to go back to the drawing board on this. So let's see how about if we can allocate more funds in this way and this way. So we definitely do that when it comes to budgets. Also, when it comes to policy, school policy. So the school board had a lot to do with the COVID-19 policies that are in place, a lot of the policies with discipline. So we definitely hone in on a lot of those policies and redo those policies if necessary, but also make new policies. So we're definitely policy makers for the Meriwether County schools. Yeah.
Awesome. So what is it that you'd like to see done that kind of brings you to office? What is it that you think if you were elected, you would do?
Oh my gosh, I feel like there's a lot of things I could do. I really want to focus on not just having our students competitive or marketable in the state and local markets, but however in the world markets as well. I think the U.S. or the nation or the world is moving in a more science, technology, engineering, and math. And so I definitely want to build programs or allocate more funding to programs where our kids can really learn the technology and the science and the engineering and the math part behind. Or why do they play these games? Or maybe we'll have one of our children to make a game one day that'll help dozens and millions of people around the world. So I'm very passionate about that. Also, getting more policies that are dedicated to mental health, especially for our teachers, mental health and self-care. And so I think our teachers are one of those. They teach our students, and they have to be there 100% for our students. I think a lot of times we underestimate the impact of our teachers in our students' lives, and I think for them to feel that they are cared for and they are cared about from the community, I think that'll matter for them 100%, but also matter for us. That'll make the school board or just Meriwether County schools 100% better because the teachers feel like they can give their all because they are ready to do that within their mental health, emotional, and social well-being. So, and that the school board actually does care about them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You mentioned a moment ago that there was something having to do with advisory boards that you wanted to put into place. Could you tell me a bit more about that?
Yes. So I definitely want to put in an advisory board into place, a community advisory board, and within my first 100 days of office. And so that advisory board will really focus on bridging that gap between the school system and the community. And so that advisory board would definitely consist of people who are in the community who really care about the Meriwether County schools, but not also care about the Meriwether County schools, but care about their community in general, because I'll be the first to admit I'm not the expert of everything. And so, but I do believe that the people are their biggest experts and they're biggest advocates. And so while I advocate for them in that direction, in that area, I would definitely want them to advocate for themselves as well, because that's the part about empowerment. We have to empower our people to do these things, right? And that's how we build bridges and build the gap. I want to get children who are actually involved in the Meriwether County school systems involved. I want to get parents, teachers, but also community members who do have a say, and religious leaders who do have a say in their community and where they would like the direction of the Meriwether County schools to go. And I definitely want to get that done. within the first 100 days.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so with that being said, is there anything that you would like to leave anyone who ends up watching this video or the citizens of Meriwether County with? Anything you want to say to the people?
Yes. So I am the best person for this job or this role. I fully 100% believe in the Meriwether County school system. I believe that our children deserve access to a quality education. I do believe that our children deserve access to not only the state markets, but the local and global markets as well, whether it be through a college education or whether it be by technical education. I believe in the community wholeheartedly, that communities are their biggest experts. I believe that we as a people, or we as Meriwether County, should push our kids in the direction that has a very foreseeable future. I believe 100% in that. And so please, on May 24th at the primary, please vote for Jessica Hicks. And I will be on the ballot for Meriwether County Board of Education, District 1. Thank you so much.
Miss Jessica Hicks, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much, Gary. I really, really appreciate it.
You are more than welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.